How's everything? Good? Time. What kind of coffees do you enjoy? I love complex coffees. I think it's such an exciting experience when you can taste many flavors from coffee. Another reason I love complex coffee is that I believe these coffees can be expressed in many different ways, depending on roasting, brew recipes, or even pouring technique by itself. This opens up endless possibilities for explorations and challenges us to rethink about the key factors in brewing coffee. The coffee that I have here today is the one that made me take on these challenges. It's an anaerobic natural geisha from Jensen, Lot 426 in Panama. When I first tasted this coffee, I was amazed by the complex flavors of red and pink fruity notes. I found out this coffee went through 96-hour fermentations, where freshly harvested cherries are placed into oxygen-free tanks, flushed with nitrogen afterwards, creating amazingly complex and vibrant fruity flavor. And these red and pink fruity notes were beautifully complemented by pink florals, distinct to the geisha varietal. I couldn't wait to try this coffee with my friend, and we happened to brew this coffee with the exact same recipe. It was the same roast, same water, same temperature, grind size, dripper, almost everything that we can control. Well, I said almost because they tasted totally different. My brew was sweet and round expression, but my friend's brew was juicy and vibrant expression. That's when I realized I was overlooking an important factor in brewing. It was the pouring technique. That also made me realize I might have been overlooking other factors too. I really wanted to see the full potential of this coffee, so I had to revisit and experiment each of the key variables in detail. Before we move on, let's write down some tasting notes while I'm preparing the brews for you. And I'll tell you the tasting notes in the order of the score sheet. The aroma has medium plus intensity, and you'll be able to find hibiscus, raspberry, and dark cherry. Flavor has medium plus intensity, so also has 3 stages. And when coffee is hot and warm, you will taste hibiscus, raspberry, and dark cherry. And as the coffee cools down, you can still taste raspberry and hibiscus, but you'll start tasting dark chocolate. Aftertaste, it's medium plus and long lingering, and medium plus. When coffee is hot and warm, you'll enjoy the aftertaste of sweet dark cherry, and then it will transition to refined drying like hibiscus tea. Acidity, it's medium, and it's citric when hot, reminiscence of raspberry, and becomes citric and malic like dark cherries. Sweetness, it's medium plus, and it's cherry ripe when coffee is hot and warm, and becomes dark chocolate as it cools. Mouthfeel, it's medium. It's smooth and round when hot, becomes juicy as it cools. Are we good to move on? Excellent. Now let me walk you through how I prepared this coffee. As this coffee went through extended fermentations, it naturally has pronounced and bright acidities. So I extended the roast to refine these acidities also, and hence ripe red fruit notes like raspberries. To preserve vibrancy from longer roasting, I also lowered the development ratio. The coffee that I'm serving you today was roasted for 8 minutes and 15 seconds with 9% development ratio. As you guys can see, I had these cups frozen using dry ice, but I'll come back to explain about this later on. For brewing, I chose ceramic origami dripper. For the large heat capacity, which enhances the ripe fruit sweetness from roasting, paired with origami paper filter for faster drainage, which allows me to use finer grind size, down to 600 microns without compromising balance in the cup. And this grind size best highlighted those red fruit notes that I really enjoyed from this coffee. In order to maintain the beautiful pink floral notes at this grind size, I'm going to split the pours into 4 pours, allowing 30 seconds in between. The recipe that I'm using today is 15 grams of coffee, 225 grams of water, which is 1:15 ratio for the harmony of all the flavors in the final cup. For the first pour, I'm adding 45 grams of water, pouring at about 6 grams a second. And this slow pour will make sure I'm wetting all the coffee grounds evenly for the even extraction. From the second pour, I'm adding 60 grams of water. For each 60 grams, I'm using center pour for the first 30 grams of 60 grams to create turbulence in the coffee bed that helps bringing out the full potential of this coffee. Then use circular pour for the remaining 30 grams to promote even saturation across the coffee bed. When I checked the TDS of the water during my prep time, it was reading as 95 ppm, which is a little bit higher than I usually brew with. So I adjusted the temperature of the kettle to be a little bit lower than usual, which is 91 degrees for the first 2 pours, to bring out those delicate citric and malic acidities. Then use 87 degrees for the last 2 pours for a smooth and round mouthfeel. In order to bring out the full potential of this coffee, I also focused on preserving aromatics as much as possible. For minimizing flavor loss before extraction, I ground the coffees fresh during my presentation and use lower RPM setting to reduce heat buildup while grinding. This not only preserves the delicate aromatics, but also enhances clarity by having more uniform grind size. For the post-extraction phase, as you guys saw, I chose to brew the coffee directly into these frozen cups to avoid any unnecessary aerations from decanting, and also rapidly chill the brew to retain those delicate aromatic compounds, which is also known as extract chilling. Now my brew is almost finished, but the coffee is a little bit too hot for evaluations, so let's wait for a few more minutes before drinking. However, at this temperature, those delicate aromatic compounds continue to evaporate. And after all these efforts been made to preserve them, I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to cover the cups with this lid with frozen bowl on the top to condense those aromatics back into the cup. And trust me, guys, it makes huge difference. Now, there's only one last variable in the expression of the coffee. It's the drinking vessel. I chose these cups because of their shape and color. The narrow part of this cup will concentrate the aroma, allowing you to assess it more distinctly, as well as the flared rim will let the coffee flow into your mouth gently, improving sweetness and mouthfeel. Studies have shown that colors can also influence our perception of taste. So the pink color was chosen to accentuate the flavors of raspberry and dark cherry. Judges, when I serve you these coffees, please assess the aroma directly from the cup at least 3 times. And when you assess the aroma, please gently swirl 5 times before you assess it. And once you're done with assessment of aroma, please start drinking the coffee. I've learned so much from this coffee than I ever expected, and I control all the variables I can. However, I stand here knowing that I've done everything possible to let this coffee shine. And I really hope you guys enjoy this coffee as much as I did. And please begin your assessments once you're served. You guys ready? I can't wait for you to try this coffee. It's for you. Please enjoy. It's for you. Please enjoy. Thanks, Cal. Thank you. and this is my time.
Woo! Yeah, Jason from ONA Coffee. Can finally breathe, Jay.
Yes, I can. Yes.
How are you feeling?
Oh, very good. I'm just happy that it's done now. Like I can just rest on my day offs.
That's awesome. I love that. Training and practicing.
Especially, I had to practice so much grabbing those lids because I was shaking too much.
Mm-hmm. So tell me more about you dry ice the
Cups.
used to dry to freeze the cups.
Yes.
What's the concept behind it?
It's like, I'm sure most people know what extract chilling is. It's pretty much doing the same thing as it is. It just makes more creamier.
I don't
more
know.
vibrant.
I don't know about brewers.
Like, so by rapidly chilling the brew, like making it cold, when the liquid drops into the cup, those aromatic compounds evaporate really quick because it's hot. But if you're chilling it straight away, you're gonna keep it into the cup. And what's this about? And also similar principle for those lids as well. It just prevents them from evaporating all the aromas. Yeah.
Sorry. Did you have your concept first or the coffee first?
I had my coffee first, yes.
And then you came up with the concept.
I mean, I started digging deeper into those coffees, and I came up with those concepts.
Breathe.
I'm not sorry. I'm used to getting interviewed. So.
Is there a team or anything you want to thank you?
I want to say thank you so much to Mitch and Hani, who should be watching on live stream now.
Right, he'll be right there practicing. Thank you, Jay. Thank you,